I'm Kenny from Pro Tool Reviews, and I've got Makita's XML08 self-propelled lawnmower. If you've seen Makita's other mowers, the 03 and some of the original ones they've got, this is completely different from what we've seen so far. There's a lot to talk about. Let's just go ahead and start from the bottom and work our way up. So this is an 18-volt X2 product running at 36 volts, but what's a little different here is we now have 4 battery ports. So the mower runs on just 2 batteries. You can run it with just 2, that's fine. But if you want the added runtime, go ahead and put an extra set in here, and you manually switch between these 2. And a lot of people, we want that self-switching, automatic switching going on, but there is one benefit to this, and that's that when you stop and have to switch, you've used half of your runtime up. So you kind of have a mental gauge of where you are and where you're going to need to go back to the trailer for some new batteries. So we've been running these on Makita's 6 amp hour batteries. The 5 amp hour batteries are also fine. In fact, pretty sure that's what comes in the kit. Now, over here on the wheels, this is kind of interesting because if you take a look at a lot of battery powered mowers, you notice that the wheels are the hard plastic. You got some good tread in there, but these are actually a softer rubber. So in addition to the tread that's on here, these actually have better grip than those slick, hard plastic wheels. So really like that about it. The adjustments over here, it is a single point adjustment. And you're gonna have a lot of different settings from here, 10 different settings, in fact, all the way from 1 1/4 inches to 4 inches of deck height, whatever you like. And you notice your chute here, you can mulch like we've got this set up for right now, or you can side discharge. You can also bag depending on what you're looking for. The deck is Stihl, and it's a nice solid commercial grade steel deck. Now this is a 21-inch mower, but Makita doesn't play games with their blade sizes and tell you got a 21-inch deck but you really have a 20-inch blade or something like that. The 21 inches refers to the actual blade size here. So the deck is probably about a 1/2 inch, maybe 3/4 of an inch wider than that, but a true 21-inch blade on there. Now moving up around the controls, Makita did some really interesting things up here. So first of all, you do have a power button. This is normal for Makita. So to activate those batteries, and then you've got your normal controls here. So push the button in, pull the red bar to engage the blade, and then your self-propel is here separately. And one of the things that I really like that Makita did with this is notice the design of the self-propel bar here. So see how it cuts in from the main handle like this? What that allows you to do is as you're mowing, you can keep one hand here and one hand off of the bar. So that way when you release with your right hand, you're not releasing the blade lever. So the blade is still running, you can make your turn and then re-engage the self-propel instead of having to figure out, well, how do I do that with both hands on this or whatever. So that was something that we noticed when we were doing some mowing, and we really liked it. It looked odd at the beginning, but it turned out to be really highly functional, I should say. Coming up over here, there's this mode here. It's a quiet mode, as you see the little guy telling you to whisper. And what that does is it keeps the blade spinning at only 2,300 RPM. So if you hit some thick stuff, it's not going to raise up like it normally does. It's just going to keep running at that quiet mode. So good for thinner grasses and maintenance cuts where you're just trying to keep the noise level down even more than normal or extend your runtime as much as possible. But what we found is when we went into some thicker grass, we definitely want to be in that normal mode and let those RPMs really ramp up. You do have LED indicators here for all 4 of your batteries, and so you'll notice as one set is dropping, you'll see it here, and then you can quickly gauge. Now, we did notice that from a normal standing position, it's actually kind of tough to see that, especially my height. I'm 6'2", but as you get more directly over the top of these, they really light up even in bright sunlight. And then right next to that, you have your self-propelled controls here. And I like this, it's that infinite adjustment. There's no clicking detents in between, but there's enough stiffness in this that you're not kind of just flying past it. So you can really just tweak it where you like it. It's really easy to set in a nice dialed in speed for your exact pace. So let's talk about some of the performance, because that's where we really became impressed with what Makita's put together. Now we did a lot of mowing in this grass here. It's a combination of some St. Augustine in one part of the lawn. There's a lot of Bahia in the others. There's a big drain field out there that of course gets a lot taller than the rest. So we had a good combination of grasses. and cutting thicknesses that we needed to work through. For a 36-volt mower, I couldn't believe that I was cutting what I was. Now normally, 36-volt or 40-volt max, which is what a lot of the companies are doing, I got to cut half swaths, especially over that drain field. That wasn't the case here. I was able to cut the full 21 inches. Now the other side was the runtime. Again, this was, we'd let part of the lawn grow for several weeks without being cut, and then the other part of the lawn we had cut it down to exactly 5 inches. And between the 4 6-amp-hour batteries that I had on board, I mowed for 47 total minutes. Now during that time, of course, we're spending a lot of time with that motor really ramping up its RPMs and running at high power. In fact, I could tell how hard it was working, because when I took the batteries out, they were really pretty warm, so it was working hard to keep up. Now on a normal maintenance cut, you're looking at a lot closer to an hour, a little bit over an hour of runtime on this. But when you're tackling some of that overgrowth, there's enough power and enough runtime here to do a really good job with it. Now Makita's not marketing this toward residential users. There's a lot of commercial quality built into this, and we see it in several different points. I mean, part of it is things like this steel deck and the rigidity of the entire system, like we pointed out before. Now one thing that you see on residential mowers is you've got a couple of pins here that you pull out and then you fold the handle down. You might even have a joint up here in the middle too to help you store it vertically. Makita didn't do that, and the reason is when they did their market research, they found that pros simply don't fold the handles. They want to just roll the mower up onto the trailer and move on with their day, or head home for the day, depending on what that is. But the benefit here is we have so much more rigidity all the way through this mower. It's a really stiff, it's a really well-built feeling frame. So as a bare tool, you're looking at $719. So that's definitely more than what you're going to pay for something like a Ryobi or a Craftsman, but the quality and the performance here is much, much different than what we see there too. Now, if you've already got batteries, $719. If you need batteries and a charger, or a German Shepherd, then you're looking at $849 for that package. It's going to come with 4 5-amp-hour batteries, so you do get a full suite of 4 batteries to go with that at that price. In fact, if you are already on the Makita platform, you might want to do the kit just because that change in price is actually pretty nice, considering you get 4 batteries and another dual port charger out of the deal. So you got any other questions about this, or if you want to say hi to our neighbor's German Shepherd, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I'm Kenny. As always, thanks for watching.
Hey, help us out by subscribing to the channel below and tap that bell to get notified when we post new tool reviews and shootouts. And as always, thanks for watching.